What is up, YouTube? How is everybody out there doing today? If you are new to the channel, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to have some very interesting content coming to you guys here very soon. But obviously, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail of this video, we're going to be talking about the Duramax. And if you guys don't know what the Duramax is, we're going to walk over here out the door and you guys can see my Duramax right there. It's a 2001 GMC Sierra 3500 with a PAP cap on it. 6.6 liter LB7 Duramax engine, has almost 500,000 miles on it. I think it has exactly 487,000 miles on it. In the past, I've been having some issues with it. And one of the big issues that I've been having with this truck lately is the fact that the transmission's kind of doing some goofy shit. And in the previous videos that you've seen, since we're going to keep the collection of videos going strong and not interrupt them with any other things, pulled the pan down, we checked the pan. We pulled the valve body out, which we're going to be talking about again in this same video. I know the last video I did was about the valve body as well. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the valve body again as well, because I found new information and new problems with the valve body. This morning I came into work, and amongst doing other things, you know, that I did this morning, making phone calls and stuff like that, I decided I was going to come over and look at this valve body a little bit more and see if I can find something extra. See if there's something maybe that I was missing. Maybe I made a mistake somewhere and just didn't look well enough. And guess what, guys? I did. I found something. I'm going to show you what it is. We're going to try to fix it in this video, and hopefully we can. So, as you guys can see, we have a Duramax Allison 1000 valve body here, okay? We have all of our solenoids here, and just so you know, in the last video I did say I was going to ohm out the, solenoids. I did ohm these all out, and they all are good. Every single one of these solenoids have the ohms that the book calls for. I don't know offhand because I actually measured them yesterday, but they all are working, or well, we'll put it this way. All of these are ohming out correctly. I'm not saying they're working correctly, but they are ohming out correctly. So that tells me there's nothing broken inside of these solenoids. When I came over here and looked at this valve body this morning, the one thing I noticed was my A and B trim solenoid valves. You know what? I'm not going to use my finger. I was going to use my finger, but I'm not going to. If you can see, this valve is up higher than this valve. Both these valves should be the exact same height. Now watch this. As you can see, that valve is going up and down, just like so. And that valve is working completely fine, but as you can see, this valve is stuck. It does not want to move. So this part of the valve up top here doesn't want to move. Now, if we put a pick in there, for example, and put it down through the hole, you can see the valve moving, but it's not moving the entire way. Like, for example, you see how in the worm tracks, this piece here, I don't know if you guys can see that, I'm trying to focus here. This piece here of the valve goes slightly above and into this channel. You can see when I push this down, it's coming above that piece right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. We'll put it in there again. There we go. It's actually coming above it. This one here, I think what it is there's a bore problem right in here. And it's stopping this piece on this side from going up and down. And it's only letting this valve slightly move. As you can see, that's not a lot of movement there. And that's, it's supposed to have this type of movement here. A lot more movement compared to this one here. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to get this piece out of here. And I'm going to show you a little trick on how to correct this, because unfortunately I've got some bad news about the 01 and 02 Duramax Allison transmissions. So the bad news about the 01 and 02 Duramax Allison 1000s is, and believe me, I've done some research on this, I've checked with my parts guy, Sonics, which is the company that I used to buy some parts for, you know, the rebuild kit for this transmission when I did build it back in the day, and the valve body kit, the shift kit that I put in this thing, they do offer a reaming kit for trim A, trim B valves. It opens up the bore and it gives you new pieces to put in there and everything. Unfortunately for the 0102 LB7s, by what I understand, I could be wrong, correct me in the comments if I am, but by what I understand, they don't make those reaming kits for these valve bodies, for these year valve bodies, for the 5 speeds, I'm assuming. Maybe for the 6 speeds they do, but for the 5 speeds they unfortunately do not. So that's where I'm kind of stuck. Basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to fix this myself and put it back together and make sure everything's working good, because unfortunately, like I said, Sonic doesn't make the pieces that I need to fix it the way I want to fix it. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and try to get this piece out, and we're going to try to fix it. We're going to try to make it work. So let's get her out, see what she looks like. The first thing I did was I took a self-tapping screw, and I don't know if you guys can see how, there's a hole in this one. Took a self-tapping screw and I screwed it in, not very far, just into this one as well. And I'm going to use this flathead screwdriver to pry it up. Hopefully it comes out and doesn't rip out. We're going to find out right now. Oh, she's come. Oh, she came out. She came out. And there we go. As you can see, some of the scoring right there on that valve. This valve needs to move freely up and down in this bore in order for it to work properly. And if it doesn't, if for some reason it's stuck, it's going to cause issues that need tissues. So we're going to get some sandpaper. We're going to go ahead and sand this down. We're going to sand down the inside of the bore there as well and make sure that's good to go. And clean everything up and hopefully put this valve body together. Alrighty. So we have our valves out. Do have a little check ball here. Little tiny ball, don't lose that. Here's our trim B and our trim A solenoid valves. As you can see, like I talked about before, this one's going to need sanded down. We're also going to sand down this one as well, make it nice and smooth again. That way it runs freely inside the valve body. There is 2 springs in here. As you can see, they stay in there. We're probably going to get them out just to kind of go in and massage them a little bit with some sandpaper. So basically inside here there's probably a groove or something. If you take a little bit of sandpaper on a fatter screwdriver, you can get in there and sand away the burrs inside this valve body before you clean it up, obviously. And then this would all go back in and move very freely within these channels. So first things first is we have some sandpaper here. We're going to start out with 1000 grit. We're basically going to work up to a 2000 grit polishing sandpaper. It's very, very smooth. We're probably going to use a little bit of tranny fluid. And the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to get these gouges out of here, sand this down really nice, make it look pretty again. And we're also going to do the same thing to this because there is a few scratches and gouges in this valve as well. Take your brake clean, go in there. As you can see, it's going to make a mess. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, that's for sure. But I got it pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I think I did a pretty good job at cleaning this passage out. It just went in my mouth. Just literally went in my mouth, and it does not taste good at all. Alright. Let that dry for a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our springs in, check balls, valves, and we're going to see if it does what it's supposed to do. Alrighty, we have our valve ready to go. That's basically so the springs don't fall out. We're going to go ahead and drop it in here like so. And grab a little screwdriver here. It should, without any real issues, go right down, which it did. And it is bouncing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is moving the whole entire way, which is freaking awesome. Alright, next step is this guy here. Obviously, we want some blue grease on this sucker. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. And then we're going to put that in there as well. Now, it is going to be kind of hard to get in there, but we're going to make it work, boys. We are going to make it work, one way or the other. Maybe I need my screw again, I don't know. There we go. Just need to turn it a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and we'll put that in there. And as you can see, we are moving up and down nice and freely, guys. Look at that. I'm so extremely happy. Here's our second one. We'll go ahead and grease this one up and put that in the other side. Alright, here's our other one. This one was fine, so we're not going to do anything to that. We're going to go ahead and stick that down in there. Boom. Look at that. All the way in. And then the next step is this guy here. That's going to go in there like so. There we go. Up and down movement. That's what we want to look for. Up and down movement. And as you can see, we have up and down movement, guys. So this bore is now 100%. You know what? Let's lay it on the side here. Wrong side. Lay it on the side. Yes, it is dirty. That's okay. We're just doing this to check everything. But as you can see, this now is freely moving in and out. Just like this guy here. And I'm pretty sure, whether you guys want to agree with me or not, I'm pretty sure that was our issue. This is moving so freely now. And it's moving a lot. It's stroking. Stroking. Before, it wouldn't even go that far. It would go about that far before. And that was it. Now it's coming all the way in and out. And both this piece and the actual valve itself are moving as well, which is freaking awesome. Yes, sir. We got good lube in there. We got good movement. I'm pretty sure, guys. Where's my other little thingy at here? We're gonna go in the middle of our cap, and we've got full movement in there as well. Look at that. Full 100% movement. I am freaking happy. Wow. Look at that. I know this, you guys are probably getting sick of seeing the movement of this, but me finding this issue was luck of the draw here, to be honest, guys. And now I'm hoping once everything's put together, this thing's going to work properly. All right, guys, there you have it. It looks like the valve body might be fixed. It sucks that I can't get the proper parts for it, but if this works, and we won't know until the next video, because the next video is going to be me putting that valve body in and putting it, well, I'm not going to show you guys putting it together. It's kind of redundant, but you've seen it come apart, obviously, in the previous videos. So we're just going to clean everything up really nice and good. We're going to go ahead and bolt it back together and stick it back in the good old Duramax out there, and fill it up with fluid and hope for the best. Hopefully it works out, guys. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully that was the cause of our issue, considering that was the code that we have anyways, and it did relate to that B trim solenoid setup. And now seeing that that was stuck like that and like jammed up, that could definitely cause our issue with the truck. So praying, guys. Wish me luck. Please wish me luck on hoping that the Duramax is going to be up and running very soon. So more than likely the next video, if everything goes as planned, is going to be the Duramax running and driving properly. Other than that, guys, if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Instagram, Diablo Formula Racing. Facebook is also Diablo Formula Racing. Deuces, guys.